strengthening our inner power. I thought we got a good practical demo of it anyways, which is so natural and normal as part of your life. I think it happens every day in high critical situations. But simple steps which we can take care of in our personal lives so that as we go through the ups and downs of the outer world, the inner world remains very calm and stable. And that all depends on our emotional stamina. Emotional stamina. The world today is talking about the physical stamina, the physical immunity system. But each one of you is trained day in and day out, and it's a part of your personality. You're not only just physical stamina, but the emotional stamina, the inner power, our willpower, and also our power to adapt, to adjust, and to tolerate, to mold ourselves, and to be able to accept everything that life has to give us. When we are trained for a particular area of our life, things are very simple there. Tough for the world, but simple for you because of the training of that area of life. But sometimes when it comes to other parts of our life, it could be personal, it could be family, sometimes it could be in the career. ऐसे हो सकता है. Somebody could try and play with our lives. And that's when we have to be able to just smile and accept and say, three options. Either they're doing it unintentionally, so nothing to feel bad about. Second is maybe somebody is doing something intentionally. So why would someone do that to me? But insecurity, jealousy, sometimes many other reasons. But that's when we should be able to smile the same way like we're able to smile right now. Because people's behaviors, people's personalities, people's emotional state of mind is something that even they don't know about sometimes why they behave in a certain way. So like we understand, we all have a lot of belief systems about meditation, because when we look online and we look for pictures of meditation, it's about just sitting in silence, closing our eyes and trying to think nothing. And then when we try to do it, close our eyes and try to think nothing, the mind doesn't work that way. The mind doesn't stop thinking. In fact, when we sit in silence and close our eyes, the mind seems to think more than it would be thinking otherwise. And then we get up and say, I cannot meditate. This is very difficult. So we need to understand that meditation is not about not thinking, because the mind can never go to a stage not thinking, because the nature of the mind is to think. So why should it stop thinking? If we try to stop the mind from thinking, we're actually going against nature. So meditation is not about not thinking. Meditation is about right thinking. Right thoughts, right feelings, and right emotions in every situation. And that is what is called a high emotional quotient. The high emotional quotient. Today, every profession is talking about high emotional quotient. I'm not sure. I'm really sorry. I don't know whether it's checked or it's evaluated when it comes to each one of you. But maybe that's the need of the hour also, because sometimes unaware, we're not aware of it. Sometimes we even, very rarely though, for all of you, but it does happen, that sometimes we tip off to feeling a little depressive, and we don't know the reason. And it becomes a very good big question mark in our life, because we are trained, we are so strong, we are so powerful. How can we feel depressive? How can we feel low? Because we're trained to never go through that phase. But it does happen. It does happen. And it's happening a little more right now. And it's on the rise overall, even in the country. Not just because of COVID, but even otherwise. It's more to do with our lifestyle. There are certain things that we're doing in our lifestyle which are not very good for our emotional health. And when emotional health is not taken care of on a daily basis, then sometimes it tips off to a mental health issue. So evaluating our emotional quotient and then checking it regularly and then working to build it up should be a part of our life. Let's do it right now. Let's check our emotional quotient right now. It's very easy. And you don't have to tell the answer to anybody. It's only for you to know your emotional quotient. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, so let's evaluate ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is emotional quotient low, which will not be for any of you. 10 is emotional quotient highest. And what is the criteria? How do we rank ourselves? Do you find yourself in our day-to-day living we are talking about? We're not talking about those tough situations which you're trained for. We're talking about these day-to-day living where someone says something, someone behaves a certain way. Day-to-day living, uh, just check whether we find ourselves reacting to situations. Just check. A simple thing, check at home first. That's where we have to really check our emotional quotient. At home, do you find yourself reacting to situations, which means wanting everything to be your way? And if it is not your way, then getting irritated. They think, they visualize, and make it happen in the outer world. What is meditation is using that power of affirmation and visualization to manifest in the inner world. To manifest in the inner world. One is what I want to do, and one is who I want to be. Who I want to be. So the doing we are trained for, we study, we train, we skill in the doing. The being, we have to train ourselves. Nobody else will train us into how to be. We can be trained in what to do, but trained in how to be is something that we have to do ourselves. So before we exited from the earlier link, we were ranking ourselves on terms of the emotional health on the scale of 1 to 10. So the rating that we give to ourselves on the scale of 1 to 10 is based on whenever there is a situation, whenever there is a stimulus, something doesn't go my way, people say something which is not right, people put obstacles in my path and deliberately try to create mischief, then is my reaction dependent on the quality of the situation? Which means, do I react to situations? Do I react to people's behaviors? And after reacting, does my mind say that my reaction is because of them? It's because of what they did. That's why I reacted this way. Then we live a life of blame and we say, I'm angry because of this person's behavior. This person is very irritating, or this person upset me, or this person is because of who I'm very happy, or this situation is because of which I'm very worried. So when I, in the mind, I'm blaming people and situations for how I'm thinking and feeling, then my emotional quotient is a little low. It's little low. I react, I say things which I shouldn't say, my body language, my vocabulary, my mannerisms, everything. I lose control over myself, even if it is for 30 seconds, even if it is for 1 minute. I've lost control over myself. I'm not able to forgive people very easily. I'm not able to forget what happened in the past. I'm not able to let go. I hold on to it, and it continues to cause me pain. All these things are a simple sign that I'm not in the best of health emotionally. I'm here. What would be emotional fitness? Not reacting to situations, but responding out of our own choice, which means another person can be rude, can be disrespectful. Maybe at home, someone can say something which is not right, and we're absolutely calm and stable and responding with dignity. We win over the energy of the other person because every time there are two vibrations, ours and theirs. If someone comes to me with a disturbing energy and I remain stable and calm, I won over their energy actually. But if I react, then they overpowered me. So in every time there is one energy overpowering the other. It's the same like it happens for you, but this is happening in the field of energy. If I react, then they are the one who overpower me. It's as if they have the remote control to my mind. They say something and I'm happy, and they say something and I go down. So then they overpower me. But if I am unaffected and I respond with calm and stability, then I win over them. So it's an energy game that is happening every day with everybody. And that's where I'm able to check where is my emotional quotient. In order to protect myself from any mental health issue, ever touching a feeling of being low or depressed, I am taking care of my emotional health on a daily basis. So the first thing is to take care of our reactions. Our reactions in these little insignificant things happening around us with family, with children, with friends, with colleagues, less reactions, responding to situations, and never blaming the situation for how we are feeling. From today, you just delete one line from your vocabulary. Never say, उनकी वजह से मुझे ऐसा हुआ, उसकी वजह से मुझे गुस्सा आया, उसने मुझे गुस्सा दिलाया. This is a victim. This has given the power to the other person. उसने मुझे गुस्सा दिलाया. This is the biggest illusion, and this depletes our emotional health. मैंने गुस्सा किया, that's fine. Next time I can choose another option. But उसने मुझे गुस्सा दिलाया, वो बड़ा irritating है. When we talk like this, we are saying that my mind is being controlled by the other person and by their behavior. This emotional index is low. And when we keep it there and we don't do something about it, that's when sometimes it tips over to a mental health issue. So the first thing is throughout the day, we remember I am the creator of my thoughts, feelings, words, and behavior. This is an equation which need to write it somewhere where we can see it many times in the day. I am the creator of my every thought, feeling, word, and behavior. Never blame anyone. Even in your mind, never say it's because of them. It's because of them. It never is. It's because of me only. I created it and I have the power to change it. Second, never call uncomfortable emotions as normal. Stress normal, anger normal, worry normal. These are not normal at all. These are emotional illnesses. It's actually an emotional illness. It's a disease. What is a disease? Dis-ease. If I am at ease here in my mind and then I suddenly get angry, I've shifted from my ease. So that is dis-ease. So it's an emotional disease. So any of these uncomfortable emotions is an emotional disease. This is not natural. Emotional health, calm and stable, forgiving, letting go, accepting people, respectful even if the other person is not, empathizing with other people's emotional pains, understanding they're not behaving wrongly deliberately, they are in pain. This is all emotional health. So when we remember that I am the creator of my thoughts and I keep using these healthy emotions repeatedly, then this inner power is going to start building up. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. That's pressure divided by resilience. You have a lot of pressures in your life, lot of challenges, but it's the denominator on which we focus. We cannot say pressure itna tha, so I'm feeling like this. जितना pressure था, उससे कई ज़्यादा resilience को हम build करते हैं. So we focus on the denominator. So now to start building up the denominator, let's take that first simple equation, संकल्प से सिद्धि. Our thoughts manifest. ये पकड़ के रखना. This is a very powerful tool, very powerful tool. Thoughts manifest. We're able to make them a reality. If we create a thought and we use it often, and we also say it in our words often, it manifests and becomes a reality. Simple lifestyle habits by which we can do this. One is our sleep cycle. I know different days, different roles, different responsibilities can be different. But on normal days, normal working days, let's take care of our sleep cycle. The highest energy time when mind and body gets energized is 10 to 2. 10 to 2. So for the best healing of my mind and body, 10 o'clock, I should be asleep. If I sleep at 11 instead of 10, I've lost 1 hour. We're talking on normal days when we are home in the evenings. So by 10 o'clock, we should definitely be asleep. Now, in order to go into the delta stage of sleep as soon as I lie down, nowadays, Doctors keep telling us to sleep very long, 6, 7 hours, 8 hours. We don't need so much sleep. But why do they ask us to sleep so much? Because of our lifestyle. We sleep late and often we eat late dinners and it's a heavy dinner. Now, doctors have always told us eat your dinner at least 2 3 hours before sleeping. Ask yourself, do you have an early dinner? What is the need to have an early dinner? The body does two things during our sleep. One is digestion and the other is healing. One is digestion and the other is healing. Digestion would take 2 3 hours and then healing for the next few hours. If I eat a late dinner, if I eat a late dinner and I go to sleep, then the next 3 hours during my sleep is digestion that is happening. And when digestion is happening, healing is not happening. Healing is not just of the body, healing is of the mind. All the emotional wounds I created during the day, I got angry, I reacted, I was stressed, I was worried, high pressure here. All that healing has to happen every day. Every night that healing has to happen. It's like a wound which needs to be healed every night during sleep. So it's very important, especially for the role that you are in. There's so much that happens during the day. It's extremely important for you to have a healing sleep, which means all the number of hours that you're sleeping should only be for healing, not for digestion. Not for digestion. And which means you finished your digestion before you sleep. It's very important that you finish your digestion before you sleep. So, for which an early dinner, which means at least minimum 2 2.5 hours before we sleep, we have a dinner, and we have a lighter dinner. Light dinner. We can have a heavier breakfast or a heavier lunch, but a lighter dinner so that it digests soon. And then, जैसे ही हम सोने जाते हैं, our mind will go into the delta stage, which means deep sleep, गहरी नींद, गहरी नींद. And that's where the healing of the mind starts happening and the healing of the body starts happening. So it's extremely important to have the right sleep cycle, not just for each one of you, but for the entire family, for the children. It's very important. Up to go into the delta stage, it's important to check the quality of our sleep, for which just before sleeping, one is early dinner. Secondly, the last hour before you sleep is very important, which means अगर 10 बजे सोना है, so 9 से 10. This 1 hour is very important. In this 1 hour, please don't consume any content from the world onto your mind, which means the world news, which means any movie, any serial which has content which is not very healthy, which means emotionally healthy. Emotionally healthy. It appears to be as entertainment to us कि हाँ relaxed हो रहे हैं, ये time pass है, लेकिन अंदर क्या जा रहा है? So जैसे हम अपनी physical diet का ध्यान रखते हैं, we take care of our emotional diet. And what is emotional diet? What we watch, what we read, what we listen. Very important to be taken care of at home. What we watch, what we read, what we listen is who we become. जो हम सुनते, पढ़ते, देखते हैं, वो हम बनते हैं. Content. इसीलिए अगर हम देखें, about 20-30 years back, we were not talking depression, stress, all this was not so much. And now it's so common, largely to do with the emotional diet. What we watch, what we read, what we listen. And why, as adults, we need to take care of this so that children will be taking care of it. Every child in every house needs to be very strict now of what content they are consuming. Very, very important, because just mindlessly surfing, scrolling the phone, ये देख रहे हैं, वो देख रहे हैं, वो देख रहे हैं, it's having a deep impact. खाना खाते टाइम भी देख रहे हैं, खाना खाते टाइम भी फोन देख रहे हैं, कंप्यूटर देख रहे हैं, टीवी देख रहे हैं, distracted eating. Huge impact on the mind and body. इसलिए something which has to be created into disciplines within families, the culture of the house. So emotional diet, what I watch, what I read, what I listen. Most of the platforms that are there on our phone, most of the applications that we use, the people who have created it only have shared that they are designed to manipulate the mind. They are designed to manipulate the mind. They are designed to be addictive. So if we or our family member or our child is using a product on a daily basis which is designed to manipulate the mind, so obviously it's going to take a toll on the mind. वो तो होने ही वाला है, लेकिन वो पता चलने में बहुत टाइम लग जाता है, तो इसलिए हमें स्ट्रिक्ट होना है. सो द लास्ट आवर बिफोर वी स्लीप, वी डोंट डू दिस फोन सर्फिंग, स्क्रोलिंग, ये देखना वो देखना, इधर ये थोड़ा सा 5 मिनट ये, नॉट इन द लास्ट आवर बिफोर वी स्लीप, क्योंकि जो हम लास्ट भरेंगे यहाँ, दिस विल गो इन टू द सबकॉन्शियस ड्यूरिंग द स्लीप. So the last visuals, the last information, the last vocabulary, शब्द कौन से हैं आखिरी जो रात को जा रहे हैं अंदर, it's going to go deep into the conscious, deep into the subconscious. So make these little things a culture in the house, that an hour before we sleep, we shut off the television. We spend the last hour in a way which starts slowing down the mind. मन की गति को धीमा करना शुरू करते हैं आखिरी घंटे के अंदर, which means good music, good book, reading, writing, whatever you like to do, but it has to slow down the mind. It has to start slowing down the mind. The last 20 minutes before you sleep, keep for yourself. Personal time, last 20 minutes. उसमें 5 minutes, and this is an extremely good healthy habit, 5 minutes to write a daily journal. Like a diary or a journal. उसमें हम क्या करते हैं, सारा दिन में जो बातें हुई, anything which was not very happy for the mind, we need to release it before going to sleep. Never carry an emotional wound to sleep. It will go very deep. जैसे हम कभी कहते हैं ना, वो बात मुझे भूलती नहीं है, वो बात इसीलिए नहीं भूलती है क्योंकि वो रात को सोने से पहले साफ नहीं की थी, यहाँ से रात को सोने से पहले साफ करनी पड़ती है. सो बिफोर वी स्लीप वी फॉरगिव पीपल, बिफोर वी स्लीप वी आस्क फॉर फॉरगिवनेस, जस्ट इन द माइंड वी आस्क, से सॉरी टू देम. Anything that's troubling our mind, we counsel our mind with a positive line about it, which means answer everything which is on your mind before you go to sleep, so that the mind is not thinking and questioning during sleep. It is settled. It is settled. Even if the mind is saying, why did this happen? Why is it? Then write something to yourself like you would write to a friend. It's okay. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. These simple lines, no, which we say to other people, we have to say to ourselves before sleeping. Okay, we'll think about this in the morning. Don't worry. It'll get sorted. Write a message to yourself. That's a daily diary. That's a daily journal, which means releasing all clutter here. All clutter. If this clutter, this noise goes to sleep, then it's no more on the conscious layer of the mind. It will go into the subconscious. वो बहुत गहरा चला जाएगा और वो गहरे घाव फिर बनते हैं, वो हमारे संस्कार बन जाते हैं फिर. Because if it goes deep, it goes into the subconscious. So have this habit of 5 minutes, छोटा सा notepad, छोटा सा, just write out, scribble out whatever is on your mind. Any situation where you did not respond the right way today, write it. Next time this situation comes, I will respond like this. Next time my child says this, I will reply like this and not the way I did today. तो मन सीख लेता है another way of being. So 5 minutes is a daily journal. 10 minutes, absorb any pure content before sleeping. It'll go deep into the subconscious. 10 minutes. Any positive book, positive video, audio, spiritual content, anything. But content which is full of compassion, love, acceptance, purity, what we want our mind to become, our sanskars. And if we are at home, we can do it with the entire family. 10 minutes, very good for children also. 10 minutes, कुछ बहुत healthy अंदर भरना है. Emotionally healthy content. ये बहुत important है, because what is the last layer of information in the mind before we sleep is what goes in deep into the subconscious during our sleep. It is the energy that's created by the mind and radiated to the body during our sleep. तो अगर हम पॉजिटिव भरकर फिर सोएंगे तो पॉजिटिव एनर्जी जाएगी माइंड और बॉडी को ड्यूरिंग द नेक्स्ट 6-7 आवर्स ऑफ स्लीप. 10 मिनट की एक्सरसाइज है, रिजल्ट बहुत ज्यादा है, रिजल्ट बहुत ज्यादा है. 10 मिनट्स की एक्सरसाइज. फिर वो जो हमने अफर्मेशंस करनी है, सो पावर ऑफ अफर्मेशन प्लस विजुअलाइजेशन. Let's write down a few affirmations for ourselves. And the best time to say them is in the night before going to sleep, and then the first thing when we wake up. Affirmation is about who I want to become. Who I want to become here, not outside. Outside तो हम मेहनत करके ही बन जाते हैं. Affirmation is a little मेहनत inside. Inside. Suppose I react to situations. Then my affirmation is I am a powerful being. Just write this and you start working towards it. I am a powerful being, untouched, untouched by situations and people. I am a powerful being. So the vocabulary of affirmation is that I am. जो हमें बनना है, the affirmation is हम already वो बन चुके हैं. I am a powerful being. Emotionally बात हो रही है. I am a powerful being. Second, I am happy always. Happiness is not something that we look for. Happiness is not something we're waiting for. Happiness is not something that comes on certain days when things are good. I am happy always. I'm happy always. Third, I am calm and stable always. I'm calm and stable always. Highest focus and concentration. Highest focus and concentration. So any sanskar that you want to change, just put it as an affirmation, I am, and put that sanskar as if it already is. Anything you want to manifest, आप just choose कर लीजिए 3-4 चीजें. Whatever you want to manifest and put it there, I am, and put that thing that it's already happened. So instead of saying stress is normal, we say I am happy always. I am happy always. Then my body is perfect and healthy and will always be. My body is perfect and healthy and will always be. I'm sure you all are all perfect and healthy always. But in case you or anyone at home has any ailment, put an affirmation for that. In case somebody has a high blood pressure, we put an affirmation for that. My blood pressure is normal, and give it the figure. This is an affirmation before going to sleep because this is the message that will go from the mind to the body after that. My blood pressure is normal, and put the figure. So my body is perfect and healthy always is a general affirmation, and then an affirmation for any specific, छोटी बड़ी कोई भी बात हो अगर body में. Then a very, very important visual for each one of you, everyone, even for children. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. इसको visualize कीजिए. Divine white aura, energy circle around me. God's circle of protection is a divine circle of protection around me. जैसे आजकल हॉस्पिटल में पीपीई किट पहनते हैं ना, तो पीपीई किट पहनने से वायरस अंदर नहीं आ सकता. इसी तरह हाई वाइब्रेशनल एनर्जी सर्कल पहनने से किसी की लो वाइब्रेशनल एनर्जी एंटर नहीं हो सकती. हमारे पर असर नहीं होगा. हम सेफ रहेंगे, हम सिक्योर रहेंगे, हम प्रोटेक्टेड रहेंगे. So God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. We have to see this. We have to visualize this every single day. And the last affirmation, success is certain for me always, which means in whatever I do, success is certain for me always. अब इसी तरह अगर आप कुछ भी और मैनिफेस्ट करना चाहें, put it in your affirmation. So हमारी 8-10 लाइनें ऐसे बन जाती हैं. Relationships के लिए हम डाल सकते हैं. I accept people as they are. People accept me as I am. I accept people as they are. People accept me as I am. अगर कोई पुरानी बात मन पर है और उसको खत्म करना चाहते हैं यहाँ से, so we can put an affirmation. Past is past. It's over. I release. I forgive. I let go. Just say it. अभी कुछ हुआ नहीं है. We just have to start saying it every day. Past is past, it's over, I release, I forgive, I let go. Which means मैंने कर दिया. अब हम इसका opposite generally कहते हैं, मैं नहीं माफ कर सकता उनको. मैं नहीं भूल सकता वो वाली बात। तो इट बिकम सच अ स्ट्रॉन्ग अफर्मेशन कि वो कभी भी नहीं भूल सकते, फिर हम वो चलता ही जाता है हमारे साथ लंबा। सो आई रिलीज, आई फॉरगिव, आई लेट गो। सो ऐसे ये 8-10 हमारे अफर्मेशंस हो गए। आई एम अ पावरफुल बीइंग, आई एम हैप्पी ऑलवेज, आई एम calm and stable, my body is perfect and healthy, divine circle of protection around me, I accept people, people accept me, success is certain for me always। एंड अगर किसी को फॉरगिव करना है तो वो भी हम डालेंगे। अब सोने से पहले इनको एक बार धीरे से दोहरा दीजिए, एक एक अफर्मेशन, और इसमें आप कोई भी अपनी अफर्मेशन डाल सकते हैं। वोकैबुलरी सेट होनी चाहिए, आई एम ऑलरेडी, एंड धीरे धीरे इसको विजुअलाइज भी करना शुरू करते हैं। सो वी आर यूजिंग द पावर ऑफ अफर्मेशन प्लस द पावर ऑफ विजुअलाइजेशन। लास्ट थॉट्स बिफोर यू गो टू स्लीप, please keep this on your mind for the rest of your life. Last thought before you go to sleep should never ever be a thought which you don't want should become a reality. अगर ऐसा हो गया तो ये कभी भी रात को सोने से पहले नहीं सोच लेना। Which means रात को सोने से पहले सिर्फ वो थॉट होनी चाहिए जो आप अपने भाग्य में देखना चाहते हैं। जो देखना नहीं चाहते वो रात को सोने से पहले नहीं सोचना कभी भी, because it's a very powerful time. It is that tathastu time, हो जाएगा tathastu, that is the time, because it's going to go deep inside. दिन में so it's like the seed, दिन में thought create करे ना तो it's like seeds are falling here and there, लेकिन रात को जो thought create किए it's going inside, वो मिट्टी के अंदर जा रही है, उसका तो वृक्ष निकलना ही निकलना है, उसका निकलना ही निकलना है। तो इसलिए last thoughts before you sleep are very important. For the toughest of situation, बिफोर यू गो टू स्लीप क्रिएट अ वेरी पॉजिटिव थॉट कि ये तो सब ऐसे बढ़िया है, ये तो ऐसे ठीक हो जाएगा, ये क्या होगा कैसे। नेवर क्रिएट अ वेस्ट नेगेटिव और एनी रॉन्ग थॉट बिफोर यू गो टू स्लीप। बी वेरी केयरफुल। इसलिए सोने से पहले 2 मिनट जरूर बैठना चाहिए साइलेंस में, कॉन्शियसली अच्छी वाली थॉट क्रिएट करके फिर आंख बंद करनी चाहिए, और आंख बंद करके भी वही अच्छी वाली थॉट क्रिएट करते रहो ताकि वो थॉट क्रिएट करते करते नींद आ जानी चाहिए। थॉट क्रिएट वो वाली करते करते नींद आनी चाहिए। सो देन वो बीज चला गया, उसका वृक्ष तो निकलना ही निकलना। द ट्री हैज टू मैनिफेस्ट फ्रॉम दैट सीड। दिस थॉट्स दैट वी स्लीप विद आर द थॉट्स विद व्हिच वी वेक अप। Why we need to put positive thoughts just before sleeping? Because then positive energy will radiate to mind and body during the next 6 hours. इसीलिए healing होती है। Healing होती है because we are radiating positive energy. We read 10 minutes of pure content and then 2 minutes of positive affirmation. 12 minutes can start changing my destiny. इतनी power है उस time के अंदर। And now the same exercise we repeat for 15 minutes in the morning. कि सुबह उठ के सबसे पहले we repeat those affirmations at least 3 times in the morning, because that is another time when the subconscious is active. ये दो ही तो time होते हैं, सोने के time और उठते ही the subconscious is active. So just repeat the affirmation in the morning. Just when you wake up, say it gently. I am a powerful being. See yourself stable in every situation today. I'm always happy. My family is always happy. I'm perfect, healthy. तो एक एक लाइन को बोलते जाएंगे और उसको विजुअलाइज करते जाएंगे. And when you are doing this, what is actually happening is a coding here. आजकल हम बच्चों को कोडिंग सिखाते हैं, छोटे छोटे बच्चों को भी कोडिंग सिखाते हैं, तो वो तो बाहर की दुनिया की कोडिंग है, ये यहाँ की कोडिंग है। ये जो अफर्मेशंस है ये बच्चों को जरूर कराइएगा। Tell them to do this every night and every morning. They can put for themselves, my concentration is highest, I am focused, so anything that they have, I am focused, success is certain for me. Whatever goal they want to achieve in their education or performance, they put it there, I have already achieved this, I am already this. Children should definitely do this. I am fearless. अगर कोई बच्चा 1 साल कर ले ना, आई एम फियरलेस, रात को और सुबह उसको एग्जाम के 1 दिन पहले कभी नहीं डर लग सकता, हो ही नहीं सकता, इतना वो माइंड प्रिपेयर हो जाता है। इट्स अ ट्रेनिंग, इट्स जस्ट लाइक व्हाट यू डू फॉर द बॉडी, दिस इज अ ट्रेनिंग फॉर द माइंड। ऑन द डे ऑफ द एग्जाम द चाइल्ड विल बी फियरलेस, absolutely fearless, because that was an instruction given on a daily basis, तो रात को किया, फिर सुबह 3 बार रिपीट किया उन अफर्मेशंस को और उनको विजुअलाइज किया। And then again 10 minutes, at least 10 to 15 minutes, pure content. मन के लिए अच्छी खुराक, इमोशनल डाइट, 10 मिनट रात को 15 मिनट सुबह कंपल्सरी कर दीजिए अपने घर में, कंपल्सरी कर दीजिए, क्योंकि सारा दिन में टॉक्सिक जंक कंटेंट बहुत अंदर जा रहा है, बहुत अंदर जा रहा है। कुछ भी नहीं तो ऐसे ऐसे करके भी 1 घंटे का तो चला ही जाता है पूरे दिन के अंदर। तो इसलिए ये 2 टाइम्स जरूर अपने लिए डालिएगा अच्छे कंटेंट, and then revising that affirmation morning and night. Now during the day, we're taking care that we are responding to every situation, we are not reacting. लोगों के व्यवहार के साथ उलझना नहीं, उलझना नहीं. If someone is reacting, I don't need to react because I'm depleting my inner power. I'm not going to deplete my inner power because of other people's behavior. Same बात को जरा संयम से कहेंगे. Self discipline. Self discipline like physical, similarly self discipline emotional. I will not react when other people behave this way. I will be in my dignity. This is dignity. This is royalty. अपने ऊपर संयम खोना is not royalty. गुस्सा करने से हम अपने ऊपर संयम खो देते हैं. So we will watch ourselves responding during the day. Now, the most important time, one more, when we have to do our affirmation is when we eat. क्योंकि जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. We have to use the power of this line. This is a very big power. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन, जैसा पानी वैसी वाणी. We have to use this power. This is going to make us very, very strong here. So most important is where the food is being cooked. So whether it's the kitchen at home or the canteen or the mess, we have to be very careful how the food is being cooked. Food needs to be cooked with high energy vibrations there. So if you're eating at home, have high energy words playing in the kitchen throughout the day. पूरे घर के परिवार के मन चेंज हो जाएंगे उससे. मंदिर गुरुद्वारे में लंगर प्रसाद कैसे बनता है? हाई एनर्जी वर्ड्स बज रहे होते हैं ना, जहाँ खाना बन रहा होता है, प्रसाद बन रहा होता है. सो मंत्र चलते हैं, पाठ चलता है, जाप चलता है, भजन चलते हैं. Where the prasad is being cooked. Why? So that all that high energy words are going into the food and water. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. अगर high energy words खाने में चले गए तो high energy words मन पर आ जाएंगे. So the best way is to inject it into the food. The entire family will get that energy then. फिर प्रसाद इतना सा नहीं खाना है. The whole meal is a prasad. Every glass of water is an amrit because we have injected it with high energy words. So have that in the kitchen. Kitchen, even in your, I don't know what it's called, the canteen, where it's cooked for everybody. We should definitely do this in the kitchen over there. It will have a deep impact on the minds of people. तो फिर हमारा हर meal ही प्रसाद है, लंगर है. कभी कभी थोड़ा थोड़ा नहीं. Every meal is high energy. Second, just before eating, never ever use the phone or TV while eating. And don't allow your children to do it. Be very strict with them. No screens while eating. Distracted eating has a deep impact on mind and body. Mindful eating practice. Mindful eating practice. Eating कोई side business नहीं है कि हम कभी phone पे बात कर रहे होते हैं, हम कभी TV देख रहे होते हैं, हम कभी मीटिंग कर रहे होते हैं, हम कभी प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस कर रहे होते हैं, एंड खाना तो बस ऐसे ही जाता रहता है अंदर. That's not eating. Eating means conscious eating because what I eat is affecting my mind and body both. So no screens while eating. No meetings while eating. No problem discussion, no argument on the family dining table while eating. खाने से पहले या खाने के बाद. खाने के टाइम नहीं. कभी भी खाना देखकर किसी को मत बोलना, ओ ये तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा नहीं है. खाने से पहले या खाने के बाद. खाने को नहीं बोल देना. इसीलिए लोग कहते हैं मेरे खाने को नजर मत लगाओ. नजर मत लगाओ मतलब don't give any negative energy to my food. Don't look at my food that way because that vibration will affect the state of mind of the person. So be very careful. That dining hall, the dining table, the kitchen, these places can energize minds of the family. So इसलिए silence में खाना खाएं या just happy conversations. Just happy conversations. And just before you eat, take a 3-second pause and say your affirmation to your food. Say your affirmations into your food, gently looking at your plate and say, I am powerful, I am always protected, divine circle of protection, success is certain. 3 सेकंड लगते हैं सिर्फ। इसीलिए बचपन से हमें सिखाया गया था भगवान को याद करके खाना खाना है। उससे हमारा माइंड भी पीसफुल होता है और खाना भी एनर्जाइज हो जाता है। सो वी कैन से आवर अफर्मेशंस इनटू आवर एवरी मील and affirmation into our every glass of water. The water we drink comes with the vibrations of the city. इस समय अगर किसी भी शहर के पानी को देखा जाए, it's vibrating with fear and anxiety because of what's happening. And if we just consume that, it starts affecting our mind and body. So take that 3-second pause to convert water to Amrit by adding high energy words to it. अमृत क्या होता है जब हम उसको ऐसे लेते हैं? वो अमृत क्या है? इट्स वाटर जिसमें किसी ने हाई एनर्जी वर्ड्स डाले हैं. सो लेट मी स्टार्ट पुटिंग हाई एनर्जी वर्ड्स इन एवरी ग्लास ऑफ वाटर आई ड्रिंक. Every glass of water. So if you take your glass of water and just say these 3-4 lines, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm fearless, success is certain, you have removed all the vibrations of the city that came with it. इसीलिए अगर हम अपने ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के टाइम के देखें बातें, तो वो लोग अपना पानी अपने साथ लेके जाते थे हर जगह. लोग कहते थे क्या ये अपना पानी हर जगह साथ में लेके जाते हैं, ये थोड़ी ऐसे कौन करता है. उसके पीछे बहुत रीजन होता है. क्योंकि आप जिस घर का पानी पिएंगे, पिछले पुराने जमाने में लोग किसी के घर का पानी नहीं पीते थे जल्दी जल्दी, वो अपना पानी अपने साथ रखते थे. उसके पीछे रीजन है. जिस घर का हम पानी पीते हैं, उस घर में जो हो रहा है, उस घर की जो एनर्जी है, वो हमारे मन पर अभी आ जाएगी पानी पीने के बाद. इसीलिए बड़े ध्यान से खाना खाना, बड़े ध्यान से पानी पीना. इसलिए लोग बोलते हैं आप कौन से शहर का पानी पीते हैं, क्योंकि जिस शहर का पानी पीते हैं वैसे ही बनते जाते हैं. तो इसलिए अब हम खाना पानी तो खाएंगे ही, कहीं भी जाएंगे, लेकिन 3 सेकंड पॉज तो कर सकते हैं ना. पॉज कर अपने हाई एनर्जी वर्ड्स उसमें डाल दीजिए. सो यू आर क्लीनिंग द एनर्जी ऑफ द फूड एंड द वाटर and energizing it with those thoughts which we want to become. तो कितना सिंपल है to manifest anything in our life. रात को सोने से पहले बोल दिया, सुबह उठते ही बोल दिया, खाने से पहले 3 सेकंड पुल्लेख रख लिया, पानी पीने से पहले 3 सेकंड रख लिया, चाय कॉफी अगर पीते हैं तो रख लिया, और उसके अलावा कुछ पीना नहीं चाहिए. कुछ नहीं पीना चाहिए और जो हेल्दी नहीं होता, क्योंकि वो हमारे लिए डिप्लीटर है. It is a depleter. We have to come out of that era which said, oh, वो हमारे लिए अच्छा है. नहीं, वो किसी के लिए भी अच्छा नहीं है. तो आपके लिए कैसे अच्छा हो सकता है? वो किसी के लिए भी अच्छा नहीं है. It's a depleter. Let me not consume anything which is a depleter, because it is a depleter for the body, but also for the mind. Also for the mind. So just experiment. Make a set of your affirmations. Experiment only for 1 month. लेकिन इसको 1 मंथ अच्छे से करना. टाइम कितना लग रहा है? रात को 1 मिनट, सुबह 2 मिनट, एंड खाने से पहले 3-3 सेकंड. कितना टाइम हुआ ये? हार्डली एनीथिंग, बट इसके रिजल्ट्स बहुत अच्छे मिलते हैं. दिस इज लाइक क्रिएटिंग योर पर्सनल मिरेकल्स. Creating miracles will become your normal way of living just by doing this. But they are not miracles, they are power of the mind. We're going to start using the power of the mind to manifest what we want for ourselves, for our family. अगर आपके बच्चे आपका कहना नहीं, आप उनके लिए अफर्मेशन आप कर दीजिए. रात को उनके सर के पास बैठ के जो ऐसे ऐसे करते हैं ना मम्मी पापा, बच्चों के सर पे ऐसे करते हैं ना, it's actually putting that affirmation as a blessing. So you can put anything into their mind just by doing this in the night while they are sleeping. It's going right inside. And then you can do it with their food and water. You are a powerful being. You're happy always. You're focused. You're concentrated. Success is certain for you. You can energize food and water for your children, and you can teach them how to do it. So ये बहुत छोटी छोटी simple बातें हैं, लेकिन इसका result बहुत अच्छा आता है. लेकिन इसको experiment करके देखना है. Just experiment for a month, and miracles will start becoming a normal way of living. Thank you so much.